So the Seven Stones Plaza is actually very symbolic to the Southern Paiute or Nuuvi tribes. We believe that this is something that really represents who we are, where we are, and kind of where we're going. And so it has symbolic stones that represent each one of the tribes, and hence the 7 stones that are here. You have the large stone that represents Mount Charleston, the place of origin or creation. We talk about how when the world was new, this land was underwater, and so Mount Charleston was an island. As the water started to recede, it started moving in different directions. And so that's what actually all these little areas that would be the streams running down to those various areas that always tie us back to and from Mount Charleston and to our respective areas. And they're then immortalized in the songs that we sing, the stories that we tell. It lives on, and we don't necessarily have to be here, but we always sing about these places, and we have the stories that ground us to these places that also keep our ties and familiarity with the areas throughout time, and as we say, since the beginning of time when the world was new. Yes, this area that we're at is probably one of the most sacred areas to Southern Paiute. This is truly our holy land. This is where everything belongs, everything created here, and will continue on for life. We looked at it through 10 different directions, and that's our cultural lens. So we have not only the 4 cardinal directions, north, east, south, and west, up and down are also directions equal to. And then you have the past, present, and future that are the other 3, making 9 directions, and then yourself fitting into those directions, or those directions fitting into you that guide you through your life. And so we cannot go anywhere. This is where everything will always be. And we were able to come together and try to share some really difficult information for us, because we never really have shared it at the level that we have, through a collaborative process, working with the Forest Service, working with the Mountain Institute, working with Portland State University, working with Dr. Jeremy Spoon, bringing all the tribes together, bringing federal agencies together and other stakeholders to share really the message, to ground not only our exhibit here in the Seven Stones Plaza, but this whole location here, because there's little hidden messages all throughout when a person walks through, and you'll see it every time you visit. It'll be a new message that through the placement of 7 stones, 7 angles of something, you might see 7 lights in a building, 7 windows, and it's for each one of the tribes that were a part of what we did. And then oftentimes there may be an 8th, which then equals our partnership with the Forest Service. Yeah, they're the seven Southern Paiute tribes that they're found in four states: Arizona, Utah, California, and Nevada. And as such, we have the Las Vegas Paiute tribe, the Moapa Paiute tribe, and the Pahrump Paiute tribe that are in Nevada. You have the Chemehuevi Indian tribe, Colorado River Indian tribes, the Paiute Indian tribe of Utah, and the Kaibab Paiute tribe in Arizona. And so each one of those tribes, although we're one, we may be separated, but we all are bound together by our stories and our convictions to the land and in the way that we look at the world. One of the other important aspects to the Seven Stones Plaza is on the large rock, which really is the image of Mount Charleston, is the handprint. And the handprint was placed there because that, we say, is the handprint of the Creator. And the Creator is the person that, and there's many deities out there, but it's the individuals and things that help protect this land and help create it, and was the one that not only made us and shaped us who we were and what our destiny is going to be in this world, but also for future generations, where people that would come here would always know that there's a presence here, and that voice you will hear, and the wind that you hear, and in any of the other elements that you see, from the plants to the animals to the rocks to the wind to the water, they all leave their footprints. They all have a voice and they all have a message, and we can never do anything without where we come from and remembering not only where we've been but where we're going. And it's extremely important to understand not only why the Creator put us here and what we're doing, but why we need to always have a voice in the land, because we are, as Nuus, we're the voice of the land. And you can, while people walk through here, they may not ever hear things or go through life blindly, but there's an orchestra going on right now, and people are talking, and the land is talking, and that's what people really need to understand and take a moment just to listen to those strong messages. Okay, so the Southern Paiutes are actually part of one large group, the Southern Paiute, the Nuwu Nation. Within that, we were broken down into various groups. We all work together. We all have the same basic songs and stories of origin and things, and that's what, again, brings us back to the mountains here. Today, many of the tribes are found here in Nevada, California, Utah, and Arizona. This project was probably one of the most challenging projects because we had to figure out what kind of information to share, and many elders were involved, many different tribal people, all throughout the Southern Paiute Nation. And so we were trying to figure out what information is appropriate and how to use that information to not only share it with the public, but also share it with our own people. And then that's part of the legacy that we want to leave, and so we can at least have our people understand not only what the importance of this area is, but probably most importantly is to have visitors that come to this area understand that this is not just a place to take lightly. It's a place of contemplation. It's a place that helps direct you and steers you through your life. It's a place that you come up here to open your senses and your heart to really see where you're headed in life, to listen to the wind. Listen to the mountain, the message that it's going to tell you. And with that, it deserves the utmost respect because we treat it as a relative. It's living, it's a living being here that has to be treated just as you would want to be treated or you'd want to treat a relative. So that's the message really we want to help convey to people and not have them come up here to think or take this lightly. It's a place of reverence that you can only experience things in this location that will be unlike other places in the world. Ha, 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 ha.